water, no shake, call me water.
What's going on, Detroit? It's Ambiance and Starfleet beaming down at the Division Street Block Party. This event here today is all about Detroit hustling harder. So what does the Detroit Hustle Harder brand mean to you?
Well, basically the whole Detroit Hustle Harder brand basically means to me is the heart of the independent artist community. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of companies don't understand how the grassroots marketing is so important. They want to think they can go from A to Z without forgetting about the B's, C's, and the D's. Like each and every step that you take in a part of processing of branding yourself and making your brand a household name or getting it out to as many people as possible is just as important as the last step. So the Detroit Hustle Harder brand is something that's very special to me because it's just another piece of reality that lets me know that everything that I'm doing with my dreams and my pursuits that can make it happen. So I appreciate everything that they're doing and how they're bringing the community together. And this whole block party is just another example of how when we work as a unit, we can become so much more stronger together, you know?
A library fine revenge western moving at snail's pace. I raise hell when I run out of shelf space. Blackout microbial prom, stay for the summer. Full eclipse wingtips, tinfoil my stunners.
How can the Detroit hip-hop community as well as the Detroit's art community work on establishing a stronger brand for Detroit?
Well, I think artists, just by following their own impulses, is what makes Detroit have such a strong brand. Detroit has a great cultural brand abroad. Part of what that is people can use the city here as their own canvas and interact with it in really intimate, unique ways. And so Detroit offers an opportunity for artistic freedom like few other places.
Detroit hip-hop has to take the lead. We have to get involved in the community. We have to get involved in teaching the elderly how they influence hip-hop and how we influence the elderly people. You know what I mean? Just give them something else to go by. You know what I mean? And show them that just work as liaisons between the ages. So we definitely need to communicate more. So hip-hop needs to take the lead. And, it's the generation. It's what's going on. So we have to represent, we have to stand tall, and we just have to teach our babies, teach them the right way, So that's what hip-hop has to do as far as hustling harder. Hustle to teach our babies.
The sign of the times through science, the rhyming and outlining the protocols of elders of Zion, divine Mayan inscriptions, ancient civilizations hidden amidst us, hidden ran trips handwritten by bishops, and forgotten languages lost by your ancestors.
So it's just about taking what you do and connecting with other people that had the same feeling that can help you grow as an artist. Growth is really essential because if you're not growing, you're not living, man. So as a brand from the Detroit, Metro Detroit area, that whole hustle harder mentality is something that we got to take out here to the world. We can do it here at home, and it's great to see people like you doing stuff like this because every single part that comes together is important. Without you interviewing me, I wouldn't have an outlet to get out to people. Without Steve making sure he's holding down the camera, we wouldn't have somebody to make sure that this gets on the video. Without him having a Common Breath Media website, that's another outlet for people to come together. So the whole We All Have a Gift concept, the whole Common Breath Media, everything that comes together, like that's the whole process. It's like everybody working together so that we can be gifted in our own parts and just continue to build.
We took another breath, blessed to be able to express the passing of another test. You know what's wrong with me, but you're okay with it. For that I love it for life, forever we can kick it. It's switching lifestyles we can have, but we sure wonder how we give back.
Well, Detroit is the one thing that we all have in common, so I think that's what we need to just brand all together. That's what's gonna bring everything together or whatever. It's Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Like certain people get on like different kind of beats and stuff. Like Fat has a different style of music from Doughboys. But, at the same time, we all in the same city going to the same Coney Island, riding down the same freeway. So, you know what I'm saying? We all down here partying at Flower Day. Y'all go to the Easter Market. So Detroit is the one thing that we do have in common. So I feel like if that's the one thing that we can all brand, then that's what's going to bring it together. And that's why I'm trying to do it with Boiling Room and bringing together so many people that's never been brought together or whatever, and just having Detroit as that common thread. And that's why, once again, Detroit Hustles Harder is good, because anything with Detroit on it is going to sell regardless. But it's going to sell because that's what we have in common, and we all love Detroit. at the end of the day.
Nick Speed, Detroit hustles harder, and in order to get to where we need to go, Detroit needs to be unified. So, on behalf of Heels and Headphones and Common Breath Media, it has been a pleasure. Detroit hustles harder, so shine on, Detroit.
All day.